Aloha with a special edition of the Maui Hot List Hulahan. This is the ninth island edition.
Ninth Island.
Welcome to Vegas, Johnny. What's up?
What's up, Danny? Man, it's been a minute since we've been in the same place together. I'm super stoked.
What?
Yeah, we're over here for a little real estate Kool-Aid convention. We're going to drink in all the things our brokerage has to offer. Nice to see some Kanakas out there, though, man. Definitely see some Hawaiian restaurants around here. I'm looking at the Sphere right now. I got a beautiful view of the parking lot, but you do see the Sphere. So pumped to be here with you, Danny boy.
Let's rock
Let's
and roll. What do you
yeah,
got for us today?
let's bust this Houlihan out so we can get this Vegas party started. Let's do it. All right, gang. What do we got in store today? Look at that, Danny. When was the last time that you saw a price like this on a technically vacation rentable condo?
It's been a long time.
It has been a
A
minute.
long time.
Yeah, bro. So Kihei Bay Surf started this guy out here at 579, backed it down to 499. So some affordability is coming back to the market, but I'll tell you, Danny, I just don't know how local people could make this work as a living situation, man. 823 for the fees there. I don't know, man. I don't know what the right move is with this Minatoya list. This one's on the Minatoya list. One thing I can make mention, I did look through the photos. This one literally backs to the tennis court. Like you've got a view of the little fence that keeps the tennis balls from hitting you
So
there.
if you like
So
harassing the tennis players, it's a perfect spot to hang
there you
out.
go. You could do your own Wimbledon right there, gang. Moving past Kalamakai. Dude, I remember when these first hit the market, 2019, workforce housing, right? In the 400s, Danny, 400s. And now, God bless them, man. Good for them. They got in, but it just astounds me. So started this guy out at 915. We backed it down to 818. And once again, insurance in the maintenance fees. That's $1,000 in addition to the mortgage. So yeah, North Church Street. So this one's going to be in the heart of Wailuku town. Wailuku is on purpose about refurbishing their downtown area. You can see it in the art. They want to make it a cool, walkable city center. You can be part of it with this guy right here. It is a single family home, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 1165 square feet. And then it does have a little studio, 1 bath, 130 square foot Ohana rental unit, or maybe just for a generational family. This one been on the market for a little bit. We're doing that funky Maui thing where we list at 990 and feel that the market has increased by 5,000.
Going
So,
up.
yep.
What do you
Uh,
let's speculate a little bit. What do you think are the reasons why people decide to go opposite stream of the river and go up after they list? What do you think the reasons are?
uh, you know, I don't know. I don't know if this is the seller kind of injecting that in there. I mean, part of me looks at this with a remodel in 2023. Were they trying to do some sort of flip? I don't know, man. And 5,000. I think that the mentality there is to build some urgency, but boy, in this really slow market, I just don't know if that's the way that you do it. What do you
Same.
think? Yeah, you on the same page there?
Yeah,
It's an interesting
it's
tactic.
still baffling to me. I mean, 5,000 is kind of an interesting one because it's hardly even noticeable.
Right.
But a lot of them that we see are 15, 20, 100, something like that. So,
Yeah, man, that's an interesting one there. Maybe just to put it back in the hot list, but man, I think it would have been more effective if you reduced it by 5,000. Just my
yeah.
opinion.
But this
So
one might
here we
need a reduction at some point. So let's go.
Yeah. So this one they have reduced, right? So Maui Meadows, Maui Meadows is for rebels. What do you think about that statement, Danny?
100%. That sounds like a great title for this episode.
I was thinking about that because I was showing Maui Meadows last week, and I was in there, and I was like, you know what? It's got amazing views, and it literally is a serious hodgepodge of different type of homes. I mean, I showed a beautiful kind of modern style home that they were kind of retrofitting, and then right next door to it, man, there was this ramshackle house, literally had a tarp over the roof and everything, and I just thought, you know what? Maui Meadows is for rebels. This is how you live with no HOA. And so that's what's part of the draw there.
It's a little bit of everything and a lot of
It is.
nothing.
And people absolutely love it, dude. The owners that are there are just like rabid fans. So that's a cool thing about Maui Meadows.
Fanatics, absolute
Yep.
fanatics. So,
Yep.
speaking of this one, what do you think of this first picture?
You know, we've talked about it before, the price reduction. I just don't know if that's the one that I would lead with. It definitely tells me that this is Maui Meadows with no view. And, you know, I think that a lot of people want the view. So started this one at $21.95, backing it down to $18.70. There's your typical half acre. Yeah, I just don't know if that's the right photo to get me off the couch to show it.
Besides the bigger lot, real quick, Johnny, what
Yeah.
are the real highlights of Maui Meadows? Why do people love it so much? Obviously, the HOA, the rebel status.
That's it.
There's a few other reasons too. What do you think?
It's that location, right? So, I mean, you're literally right there in Wailea. You are up above. I mean, it's one of the highest in terms of, you know, elevation wise, one of the highest neighborhoods in all of South Maui. When you
Absolutely.
think about it, right? I mean, it's
Yep.
the only one that's literally kind of across the on the opposite side of the bypass there. So I feel that's what is, you know, part of the draw there. It's interesting to me because, you know, when I go do these MLS searches, I've got different fields, and one of them is districts, and Maui Meadows literally is its own district. So, anything you want to add to that?
No, that was the big one is the elevation. I hear that a lot from people. A little more breeze up on the hill compared to down in Wailea Kihei, and people really love that.
Yep. You know, and behind it is technically this ranch area, right? So,
Yeah.
um, you know, I've heard some stories about potential development there, but I don't know. So a lot of people really want to be up on that one particular street, Kumalani, I think it is, at the very top there, just having nobody behind you. But yeah, Maui Meadows is for rebels. I said it. Wailani Mauka. So we've got a beautiful home here in the Wailuku side, and that is the view there. Harbor views, North Shore views. We're looking at a bigger home, 2,000 square feet, and it does have a one bedroom, one bath attached ohana. Started at 1638, backed it down to 1628, just showing some motivation there. You know, Danny, it does seem like this is the strategy that is working here in Maui, is just doing consistent price reductions until you get there. You know, maybe you start out a little bit lower than where you should, but I think a lot of people always want to lead with a little bit higher and prefer to peel back. Any thoughts on that strategy there?
Kind of what I see a lot of.
It is, and it just, you know, it's because it's hard to find out exactly where the market is, quite frankly. So here we've got a beautiful compound here. So we're on 0.66 acres. We're in upcountry area, so that's nice square footage. You know, just a nice leading picture there of just a beautiful kind of setup, right? There's my little ohana right there. That's my
So
one
picturesque.
bedroom. Yeah, one bedroom, one bath, 700 square feet. Got a main house, 1424, or four bedroom, two bath at 1824 square feet. Just really like that whole setup there, man. So, you know, this one they started at 1,795,000, backing it down by 100, less than a month on the market, just showing some motivation right there. I see this one selling to somebody here.
That's
Just a
cute.
really, yeah, it's a nice setup there. Imagine the jacarandas, and you know, when they're in bloom, they're in upcountry, just all kinds of. That's another one
Oof.
of the seasons. So misleading photo, right? Kind of leads me to think I'm right there ocean front, but I do like it. We're Haleaunaloa, so this is unit 105. So it's the one that's along the side there on the drive out to the beach area. And this one, 625, 14 days later, they're already saying, guys, I want to sell this. So what do I need to do? So already dropped it 15,000 there. It's a 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 558 square feet. It is zoned apartment, so in danger of potentially going back to residential. 1,300 for maintenance fees though, dude. Once again, I just don't know what local person this makes sense for. So you're looking for a couple there, right? That can afford a $610,000 place with 1,300 for maintenance fees. Opukea in the burn zone. So one of two condo communities they built in the heart of Lahaina. D.R. Horton was the builder. This one I kind of consider a little bit more high end, whereas the one behind Ho'onanea does offer some garages. So really some nice differences between these two communities that are literally right next door to each other and built by the same builder. So 775 gets you a larger 2 bedroom, 2 bath at 1,246 square feet with maintenance fees of 861. So there's an example of why residential condos make so much more sense. And you really need some drastic reductions on these Minatoya list ones. Most importantly, some real nice reductions in those maintenance fees before they make sense.
Absolutely.
Yep. So we're looking at a Lani'Keha lot right here. So 0.46 acres just hitting the market. That's a good size there at Lani'Keha. It's on the opposite side of the street. These ones down here, they tend to be built in a little bit of a depression because Lani'Keha offers roof height restrictions. So it's interesting. It makes these driveways a little bit funky because they come at a dip. But $899 for half an acre there, man, somebody's coming in and disrupting because there's definitely some higher priced lots that are a little bit of the same size. Kupulau Drive. So this one they had listed a month ago, took it off, dusted it off a little bit, reset the days on market, came back at a new improved price. This one is a compound, 4 bedroom, 3.5 bath home that lives large at over 3,000 feet. And then I've got a little 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 900 square foot apartment or in a detached ohana that's on there as well. So reposition that one, leading with that dramatic pool photo there. Keep an eye on that one. Here we have one in Wailea. So Wailea Kai. So this is the one kind of just as you pass that beach parking for Keavakapu Beach. And we've got 1,902 square feet. This one's rehabbed in 2024, so it's all brand new on the inside. Smaller lot there, 9,300 square feet, although that's typical for Wailea. And that one just hit the market there. Got some canceled listings here. Tapped out on this one here at $1,595,000 after being on the market for almost a year. Backed it down by 200 and change, but no takers. I think that they're going to dust off the days on market on both of these guys here. Same situation, started at 2,425, Kapalua Ridge, both of these zoned apartments. So there's the trepidation, but also in Kapalua resort communities. So I don't know what to make of these. They don't make great houses for your typical local household. Not saying that there's not those that can't afford it, but just not your typical target for local people. So Hui'i Road, this is a beautiful home here, 3 bedroom, 3.5 bath. Does have a view of the ocean, but after 367 days on the market and some small price reductions, that one has expired. This one's expired here as well. 13.5 milli, never touched the price there. This is close by to that other one right there. This one lives larger at 5,294 square feet. The thing for me, Danny, is as we go along this stretch of homes, we come to Kahana Sunset. And we know the issues that Kahana Sunset is dealing with sea level rise. These guys are dealing with the same things here. So I'm curious if that is kind of pushing things back a bit. Got a Kihei Villages, Danny. It's a lower level. So what's that tell us?
Get some yard space.
You've got some yard space. So here's somebody that's playing that game of doing some small, literally incremental price reductions. to get some activity. And look at that, Danny, it worked. So they get the yard there, 2-bedroom, 1.5. Dude, these are typically kind of pushing that 650 mark. So some affordability is coming back in there, and they don't show the maintenance fees, but I think they've hit that 800 mark there. Well, there we have it. Napili Villas, they put this guy in escrow, priced it right, 7 days on the market, and a hui ho in escrow. This one's on Molokai, so 140 days on the market. Look at that, bro. 2 acres for 199. It's in the Cavella area, which is actually fairly developed. I know some doctors over there, eye doctors that live in Cavella. Kapolo Ridge here. This one has sold. So this one they priced right out the gates at $1,111,000 there. So that one is gone. So this one, dude, I think I've got some clients that are going to be happy with this guy here. They did get the lot that I think is a little bit nicer, and they paid a little bit less here. So $1,740,000 up there at the Mahana Ridge. Look at that beautiful view of Molokai, brother. Got the
Gorgeous.
last one here, Danny, Walaka Street here in the Kalama neighborhood. That's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath residential condo. Maintenance fees still fairly affordable at $365. Sold it for $403. God bless that veteran that used his VA benefit to get involved here. Didn't have to put a down payment and picked her up for $403. That's all I got, Danny. You got anything to share on the Hulahan here?
Nothing else for today.
All
Ninth
right,
Island
brother.
time.
Boom. Let's go see what's the Ninth Island's got for us.